Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Alright, today marks 5 years since I wrote an AI for the game of backgammon. It's become historical, not only for the sense that it won at the Computer Olympia twice in a row, but also in the sense of the event in my life. Let's play a game. So I roll a 3-2 as red. I'm going to move my one checker to 4, and I move the 12 checker to 14. I'm not very good with backgammon, so if anybody wants to chime in. So the computer has rolled a 4-2 and played the regular, and it hit our checker. So we gotta answer, do we want to double? We're obviously not. And we roll a 5-2. But, so let's go from the bar to 5. And we're gonna do a 12 to 14. And right now the computer thinks the game is mostly even. They're ahead a little bit. The computer thinks it has a 50.7 probability of winning. But, that's a good roll. We can hit the 5 checker, bar to 5. Wait. This typed bar to 5. And we got a 6 to play, right? Let's do 1 to 7. Now the computer thinks it's a little bit behind. What had happened was, I was living in Seattle, Washington 5 years ago, March 19th of 2020. I used to have a favorite coffee shop that I hung out at. I was living out of my car at the time. Seattle has a pretty good climate for you wouldn't want to do that here in Phoenix. And I had just started programming backgammon. And on the 19th, the Starbucks that I was hanging out in closed their dining area. We had a couple weeks where we could go in there, but we had to keep distance. But on the 19th, they finally closed it. And I frantically went to look for an Airbnb to stay at. And I found one in Factoria. And I went in there and started programming away at my backgammon. And I gave my AI a little bit of a nickname. I called it Coronagammon. And I really went to town with it because I had nothing better to do at the time. I also, that first day of the quarantine, I also went online to look to buy a silver bar. Silver prices had crashed, $13 an ounce or something like that. And I ended up buying a 1,000-ounce silver bar. Funny thing is that I was renting a mailbox to receive stuff, and I had gotten an email on April 1st saying that a package was waiting for me. I couldn't believe it had come so fast because you got to remember everything was out. Toilet paper, my favorite foods. I was missing my favorite foods. And the fact that the email came on April 1st also made me suspicious that it was a joke. And I thought it was kind of funny. And then I realized, hey, this isn't a joke. My local post office, they know me. They wouldn't play around with that. And they even called me and said, that's something really heavy. And I didn't want them to know what I was buying, so I said, yeah, they got computer equipment. In theory, right, that silver bar could have been computer equipment at some point in its life, and it certainly will be in the future. So I wasn't really lying to them, right? I went to get it, and it was heavy, and I thought, you know what, there's still a chance it might be a joke. Maybe they sent some other metal. It'd be kind of funny if they sent some other metal, and that metal eventually became worth more than silver. Wouldn't be surprised if other metals became worth more than silver eventually, right? And sure enough, it was silver, and it was a real good feeling that I got, because you got to remember the sentiment we had in early April 2020. It felt like it was our last chance to ever buy any sort of precious metals, right? Crazy now looking, at the time I only owned 6 different metals on the periodic table. Now I own 23 of them. Kind of crazy how time has gone by, right? but eventually I competed in the Computer Olympiad. And I have the strongest backgammon AI in the world. Let's say 17. I probably am not playing the best moves. Unfortunately, I kind of took a break away from improving the Coronagammon, in large part because 2 years ago I was competing at it was an event in Los Angeles. I did it remotely. There was a man versus machine event, and during the event, it was all remote, but I had a crush on this girl that I saw on the screen, and when I tried to make a move on her, she didn't approve, but that would have been okay, except that she kind of spread a lot of misinformation about me, and so I just kind of got a bad taste in my mouth about backgammon in general because of that. And so I don't know if she was jealous of my AI or something, wanted to cause tension. I don't know. That's what my parents were telling me. She just wants you to lose interest and cause tension and all that. That's probably not the best move, but we'll see. So now the computer thinks it's ahead by a couple percentage points. Anyway, so we mark 5. I can't believe it's been 5 years. I can't believe it's been 5 years. Time has really just flown by. Please continue to pray for. I hope to return to the ICGA tournament this year. I'm hoping it's going to be held in Taiwan. I got other things I want to do in Taiwan. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.